Wie wir auf der Europäischen Konferenz gesehen haben, prägen die neuen Medien und das Internet die gesellschaftlichen Entwicklungen im Donauraum. Damit ältere Menschen sich sinnvoll einbringen und daran teilhaben können, benötigen sie nicht nur den Zugang zum Internet, sondern auch die entsprechende Medienkompetenz. Hierin sehen wir als Danube Networkers einen zentralen Bildungsauftrag.
I found as a basic conclusion of this conference, first of all, that we have a lot to learn from each other. The second is that without a very developed education of elderly, we cannot have active aging. That's no point. These two goes together. There is a lifelong process of education and there is a lifelong process of work. It means activity. It doesn't mean a job or a part-time job, but activity, doing something within framework of your society, local level or national level. And we cannot avoid the problem that we have to change the role of elderly people in the society, otherwise we will never come to a dialogue with younger generations. The old position, the stereotypes of old people in the society will destroy primarily the younger generation, the middle generation, the young people. We have to cooperate and all together contribute to the society and people.
I'm involved in the network learning in later life since its beginnings in 1995. It is really good to see how, with its extension to the Danube region countries, the exchange between people and organizations in these countries grows. It is also really good to see how it begins to bear the fruits.
I want to say I've been inspired by this conference. I'm inspired by the work of Zari here at the University of Ulm, led by Carmen Stadelhofer. And I'm especially inspired by the notion of the Danube region, the Danube networking, countries sharing across boundaries, sharing history, sharing culture, and working towards peace and prosperity in the future. And of course the role of older people in this work. It's been very good.
Ja, also diese Konferenz hat viele wichtige Botschaften vermittelt, aber ich möchte nur zwei wichtigste nennen. Die erste Botschaft ist, dass ohne unmittelbare Beteiligung der Bürger kein vereinigtes Europa entstehen kann. Das Gebäude von Europa wird in Brüssel gebaut, aber das Leben diesem Gebäude können nur die Bürger geben. Zweite Botschaft ist, dass das neue Wissen ungeheuer wichtig ist, besonders heute, wo das Leben so schnell läuft und wo wir alles uns in einer Umwandlung der Kulturen befinden. Also, wenn wir aufhören zu lernen, ist die Diskrepanz zwischen uns und dem Leben immer größer. Das erzeugt eine Spannung in uns und wir leiden wegen dieser Spannung. Wenn wir nicht leiden möchten, möchten wir laufend lernen. Jung und alt, alle müssen laufend lernen.
If I had to choose one word representing this conference, it could be rethinking. I think that this conference needs to be a place to rethink what we are saying when we talk about active aging and when we talk about intergenerational relationships. Otherwise, we have a high risk to be controlled by institutional discourses. So I think this is a great opportunity to rethink and to innovate concepts, relationships and practices.
In my opinion, looking back in the history, the Danube River is the river which divide people, culture, nation, empire, more than they make possibilities for the good connection. The Danube strategy is one new political, historical, cultural, economic space which could be realized among the people living through Danube. This conference promotes the learning as the strength, social and human strength, for realization such kind of strategy, and the main point of view is the role of older people who live along the Danube, how they can share together with other generation this possibility and find the common interests, and through learning realize this common interest for better life.
International conferences are always moments to exchange ideas, to meet people, and they're always stimulating. This one has been particularly stimulating because of the range of countries represented and the inputs that have been made, which have been so stimulating. The other thing I really wanted to say, and that I carry away with me, is the impression that the formalized approach to education of older people is giving way, it seems to me, to a much more varied kind of provision, and that is an important message, particularly in the context of British universities of the third age, where non-formal, informal education is very much the pattern, without neglecting the importance of formal didactic education. So we've had all of that here, and it's been a marvellous experience. Thank you.
We have learned a lot, and we learned in the best possible way, by meeting people, by exchanging, and not just exchanging information, also exchanging emotions and a good mood.
Conferința de la Ulm din 2012 a fost ceva de excepție, care a adus atât pentru mine și probabil și pentru ceilalți transformări în sensul bun al cuvântului, în sensul înspre mai bine. Ne-am întrunit aici din multe state de pe malurile Dunării, iar mesajul nostru și al celorlalți a fost cu totul și cu totul înspre îmbunătățirea atât în gândire cât și în atitudinea pe care o să o avem în continuare. Ne gândim la lucruri mai deosebite, ne gândim la lucruri mai împlinite și sperăm că se vor finaliza în curând.
Wir, die Gemeinschaft der Danube Networker, haben eine Vision. Wir wünschen uns, dass die Zivilgesellschaft in die Entwicklung des Donauraums und jetzt vor allem in der Donaustrategie aktiv eingebunden wird, dass wir unsere Kompetenzen, die von alt und auch die von jung, mit einbezogen werden, dass wir sie einbringen können, um nach gemeinschaftlichen Lösungen zu schauen und für ein friedliches Miteinander in unserer Donauregion, in einem gemeinsamen Europa.